So it's time for another puppy class because mine is getting bigger. We're going to see if we can get it down. Good. You probably have sit. So the down is just an L from his mouth to the ground. And then out. Good boy. Some dogs you have to push the food in a little to get it down. Toward his nose and then down. He's really already has it down, so it's not so difficult for him. Hand signal is this. Sit. Down. All the way. Good boy. Down. Good boy. If you have a small dog, you might put him on the couch to do it. You might back them up into the cushions of the couch in order to get them to lie down. I also have another video that's separate that goes really into detail about down because some dogs just have difficulty. Most dogs are pretty good. Huh, he's a good boy. He's a good boy. Leave it is something useful to prevent him from picking up stuff. Let's see if I can just do it on the couch because he's tall. I'm going to put food on the couch. Up, sit. And I'm going to cover it. Leave it, good boy. Once he stops nudging my hand, I'm going to reward him. I'm only covering it so that he can't get it quickly. He already has a clue, so it's not as easy to see. Most dogs will start nuzzling your hand. Leave it, good boy. And I'm still rewarding him with the other hand. Leave it. Good boy. I'm going to do it here so you can see it better. Leave it. The trick about leave it is even when you're done, they don't get it. Leave it. I want to use this for dangerous things too. Leave it. But regardless, if I say no, it's no forever. Leave it. And now I'm going to say, all done. Yay! Good boy, and put it away. So we can leave the squirrel, leave the cat, leave the crow, leave that Lego, leave the food that's on the street. This morning he went to pick up a shirt on the side of the street. So leave it as preventive and then drop it as if it's too late and he's already done it. We don't really go on this couch, but since I'm sitting on it, he thinks he can do it. Good boy, come over here. Good boy. Another useful game is tug. Good boy. Tug. Good boy. It gets out frustration. Tug. Good boy. And get a proper tug toy for him. This one he likes a lot. It's made of fire hose material and a squeaker, so I can make it more fun if I need to. Good boy, make the toy fun. Don't say my dog doesn't play with toys. How much are you fun with the toy? You got to be fun on the other side. So this is tug. Horizontally is fine. He's controlling most of it, and I'm saying the word tug. Good boy, tug. If I get sick of playing, I let go, and it stops. Don't worry about who's winning and who's losing. It's all good. It's all good. It doesn't matter as long as you're saying tug because then he knows that's what you're doing. Tug. Tug. And it gets out frustration. Even my 8-year-old likes to do this stuff. Tug is good. Yeah. Horizontally. Vertically, I don't think is really great chiropractically for them. And if your dog is small and will hold on while you hang them in the air, also not a good idea. But my father-in-law thinks it's funny. Ha, tug. Ha, tug. Watch your hands. If you have a dog that keeps climbing up the toy, just take breaks when they start to get too close to your hands, and they'll learn to control themselves. Good boy, Tug. Good. And I'm going to treat it. Sterling. Good boy. Also, don't forget to try enrichment for your dog. We want things to keep interesting. We have bazillions of enrichment puzzles in the world these days. Here's just a basic one. Never mind now. You make it easy at first. This is called the Tornado. Nina Ottison is the one who's created a majority of these toys that are out there. I'm making it easy so he can just try to get the treat easily at first. And he's going to figure it out. Some dogs figure it out instantaneously. You may need to have it on the floor in order to get it. Here, never mind that. Never mind that. Here. And then you progressively make it harder. You can use this for his meals. Why eat out of a bowl if once in a while at least he can eat out of a toy? And if he figures it out quickly, great. And then you bring him another toy, and then you use this one again. It's still better than just eating out of a bowl all the time. So he gets to try it. He's forgotten how to do this. We haven't used this toy in a while. They've got some with levers and things and handles and drawers and try something basic just to start. You can also create your own games, but anything just to enrich his brain. Try hiding the food around your house if you're comfortable. Try putting his meal in a Kong and freezing it. You can do a little wet food in the bottom and then measure out his kibble, throw it in, put a little wet food. When it finally defrosts, it may, you give it to him frozen, it may defrost and throw food all over your house. But he will eat it if it's his dinner, so hopefully it won't make it too much of a mess. If your dog gets raw food or something malleable, wet food that can go in here, that's also really great because it will take 20 minutes at least to get through it. And he likes it just to play with it. But I can even throw a couple treats in. You can put in a big dog biscuit, see if they can get it out. Kong makes special things, peanut butter and such, that you can put in, but you can use your own peanut butter if they like it. Just no xylitol. That's toxic for dogs, and sometimes there is a xylitol sweetener in peanut butter these days. But whatever is exciting, cream cheese, there are recipes on how to fill a Kong, and keep your dog engaged because we're really boring as humans in comparison. They would like more things to do. And also try desensitizing them to things that they're not that excited about, right? So whether it is the vacuum, a broom, a bicycle, some things make them a little wary, especially puppies. And so I try to work slowly. I would show them the vacuum and just feed them for looking at it, move it around without the engine on, feed him for looking at it. You're desensitizing him and counter conditioning. Every time I see the vacuum, I get cheddar. I don't mind the vacuum, I get cheddar. Then you turn the engine on, off, move it around with it on, work at his level. If he starts to get too nervous, then you need to pull back and stop. You can do this with most things that make him nervous, but you got to watch your dog for stress. Sometimes yawning is a stress signal. Sometimes licking their lips is a signal that they're stressed. Not just tail tucking and running away and hesitating. Sometimes there's some signals that we're missing. But just go at your dog's pace. There's no rush. If you were afraid of snakes, I wouldn't stick you in a room full of them. I'm going to show you one far away in an aquarium and treat you for looking at them. Here's a chocolate chip cookie. You looked at the snake. Now let's go home and work in little pieces like that until you're comfortable. If you push it too fast, then you make it worse instead of better, of course. So I hope your puppy's doing really well and your life is not too complicated having a puppy. And we hope to see you next time. Thanks.